Hello everyone, my name is Eric Taoxie and I'll be playing in the upcoming Banff chess tournament. It's pretty exciting to me because Banff is a fantastic place and I want to travel there and play chess against some strong people. A lot of you are asking me what I'll play in the tournament, what openings would I prepare. I thought it would just be good for me to go over how I practice, like what openings I'll play, and hopefully you guys can comment down below how I should improve my openings. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So I've always been a Catalan player. The bishop is just too strong in Catalan. I love the Catalan. So if you know me, like I play Catalan all the time. I play knight f3. So for example, if they respond by the symmetrical variation, for example, d4, d5, c4, e6, g3 takes. Well, there's like a lot of variations here after bishop g2. Knight c3, knight g6 is the main one, right? So queen a4, and then there's a lot of variations here, including, for example, like bishop d6, bishop b4 check, and then other lines too. I'll just be analyzing like a few lines. So for example, like knight bd7, just knight d7, sorry. And for example, just queen takes, knight b6, and then here's a famous trap. I knew this like a long time ago. For example, knight b4, queen c3, for example, takes, right? So you cannot take because now you lose the queen. Basically, this is like a small trap that black has, but you can just castle out of the way. They trade, and white can just like dominate the d file. It's very pleasant for white to play in this position. For example, develop the bishop, push the pawns, occupy the center. These knights are not really doing anything, and then black is behind in development. So this is what I'd like to play as white. Catalan, very good opening, highly recommended. And as black, so if they play, for example, e4, I play the Alekine. This is just like a new opening I found. This is really good. I played this for like a year over like online because people don't know how to deal with it. So like traditionally people play like, oh yeah, e4 Sicilian, but knight f6 is just like a secret weapon I have, and I'm gonna try it out in Banff because like people just don't know how to deal with it. For example, like the traditional line of like e5, knight b5, d4, those are all theory, right? So like for example this, they play c4, kicking the knight out, so like that's the most common move, right? So I'm trying to get the pawns rolling, right? So I'm trying to get the pawns into my territory so that I can attack them later in the game. Right? So for example, takes, this is all theory, play thousands of times before, right? So there's a lot of lines here. Like this bishop is just pretty good on this diagonal after the knight left, right? There's nothing blocking the bishop, and the bishop can attack the center, right? So for example, rook c1, right? So playing like b3, trying to support the center. Then I'll just normally develop, for example, b3, castles. Then white can play like, for example, bishop e2. I can play for e5 and knight f3. I can play like bishop g4, and then here white can expand in the center, which sort of weakens like a lot of squares and potentially gives me attacking ideas. For example, f5, f4, g5 in the future if white decides to castle short. And 99% of the time they do, so it gives me a lot of attacking possibilities. And then this is what I like about the opening, right? So you bait the pawns in, and you have a really easy time attacking them, right? So it's really hard for them to defend the pawns, and you like black just has a really easy time to like attack the center and, for example, just pawn roll, in the middle. So that's what I like to play as black against e4. And of course, the second main option for white is d4. And I just like so for this, I just love to play the Grunfeld. So d5 takes, like this is the main line. There's also like queen b3 and then other lines, but I won't go over that in this video because that would just take like a really long time. And this is just the main exchange variation. Right, so bishop e3, c5, main attacking move, knight f3, knight c6, for example, queen d2. I can play like bishop g4. If d5, then I have queen a5. This is all theory, right? So cannot take because the queen gets lost, right? So for example, rook c1, then I can play like, for example, rook d8, pinning the pawn to the queen, and I can shortly castle after, or put my knight in the middle. So this is really like pleasant for me to play. Like, I mean, it's very tricky. Like, I memorized a lot of theory for Grunfeld, because like there's so many variations so I can play. But yeah, like if Black knows what they're doing and they don't mess up, then it's I really recommend this opening for intermediate and advanced players, because this is just like a really solid openings, and Black has a lot of opportunities attacking the center, and it looks like White has a huge center, but actually they don't. Bishop, I have the pawn, I have the knight, I have the other bishop that's pinning the knight. I can play queen here, attacking this pawn. So White's in a lot of pressure, and I really like those games where White seems to occupy the center, like the Alekines, like the Grunfeld, but Black also has attacking possibilities against the center. So that's it for my opening video. So if you guys have any suggestions on how to play tournaments or how to improve my opening, feel free to comment below. And if not, I will see you guys in Banff next week. Bye.